Hey guys, my name is Slaughter, and today we're going to be talking about some good and bad in Halo Infinite. Some of the things we'll be covering is the cosmetics, the battle pass, and some other things like the gameplay and such on. And there will be some honorable mentions with throughout the videos, so these will be kind of some extras. First off, we have the cosmetics. The cosmetics is a great deal, but it's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal compared to the past Halos we've had in the past. The cosmetics now are should be fixed because the problems it being in the battle pass, the lack of colors, and the lack of armor sets. These don't have challenges to be unlocked like its predecessors from Halo 3, 4, and so on, and it makes it a little bit different and odd for casual players amongst us to actually do it. It being in the battle pass being an exclusive, it's quite expensive to get every cosmetic in the game, as the battle pass itself has some issues. How I would fix this would definitely be put a challenge on most, if not all, of the armor sets that are already in Halo Infinite to actually make it better. The previous Halos had a challenge to actually unlock armor sets and skins. Not only that, the lack of customizability, not having full control of what your armor looks like, and only preset colors and skins on your armor make it a little bit more difficult as well. Most of these armors are not even out yet, or you have to pay directly from the store or battle pass that you have to be a certain level to actually obtain. This makes it a little bit harder and makes it most difficult for most common players like you in the sweats to actually customize your character, as most of us are not willing to buy the battle pass. And let's be honest, most of us on the startup of Halo on our first ever playthrough on multiplayer is always set an hour just customizing our Spartan to the exact extent that we know that we have the armor. This makes it difficult as there's not even armor sets that you can get. You're stuck with the standard, and the skins is a little lacking. The next step will have to be the battle pass. The battle pass has a lot of issues that need to be fixed before the game comes out for the actual gameplay or the battle pass to be worth getting. The battle pass is set on an on an XP only, an XP set system. Like, what I mean by there is it's set on a challenge based XP system. It is set to be only by doing challenges to get more XP through the battle pass, which makes it harder. But 343 did announce that they do have a, at the end of the game, they have a new system coming out where it's going to be by finishing the game you get some XP, but that's not enough to keep your player base entertained with the battle pass. Not only that, the XP is not the only issue with the battle pass, but the battle pass itself doesn't obtain enough or good enough things to actually be worth getting, such as the armor sets and skins that you get there are not worth actually getting, as they're already common items through the past Halos that are already there when we bought Halo 4, 5, and stuff that we didn't have to do challenges to actually get. That being said, most of the armors that are already in Halo Infinite Beta should be set to a challenge or just things that already be given for more customizability. But there are some good things about the Battle Pass, as it does offer another way or more money for 343 to get, but it's definitely a bad idea because Halo is a unique game through the history of that its campaign was the main focus, and it didn't focus on battle passes and packs to actually get it, unlike Halo 5 and the recent Halo Infinite. But how I would fix this is definitely be by making a more gameplay progression instead of challenge based, by adding how well you did through the games, or even just if you won or lost and how many kills you got on average to get the amount of XP you would get through. Adding that system would make it more fair and more easier to level up the battle pass, and I'm pretty sure if 343 is watching, I hope that's the way they're going to go with it, and remove the armors and put more unique armors in the battle pass that are more worth getting, like unique armors that you wouldn't see normally in Halo, as unique hodgepodge with cool armor sets that have cool angles and even just cool skins. Armor sets like we have now are already in previous Halo games, and it makes it kind of harder to believe that we can only get those common armor sets and skins only through the Battle Pass Premium. Kind of sad and difficult. Next would be the gameplay overall. The gameplay is set up only for sweaty lobbies, and as you can see in this gameplay, I've died plenty of times and pretty much gotten no kills. The way the game stands now, that the beta is definitely an in-look of how the game is actually going to be. It being catered to sweaty lobbies and people willing to pay hundreds of dollars for a game makes it not worth, or even not even worth getting to the common outsider eye who may have got an Xbox for the first time. And for a guy who basically has to buy a game and then buy $200 worth of stuff to get the cosmetics for the year to make his Spartan look like, well, his Spartan, makes it more difficult and a harder decision to actually play Halo. I hope they fix. And not only that, the lack of game modes definitely makes it harder for casual gamers like you and even me to actually play this game. The lack of game modes like Infection and Griffball should be added, and also it would make it more easier for a casual guy to play, as there's more game modes, and would keep everybody interested in playing more so they don't fall out of the beta when the release comes here in a month. The next, I'm kind of sad to see that you have custom games that you can set up by doing all this, but you don't have the Forge. The Forge has been always a staple of every Halo because it allows every new player to actually modify a map or even do some cool things and make custom maps as a thing. With it being said, the Forge is going to come out at the early to late second season. That's like 2 years away, and I think with the release of this beta, they should release a beta form of the Forge, as it would make it more better and easier to play, and would cater also to all types of people. The creative type who enjoys making custom games and custom maps on Halo. In the past Halos, also by releasing a beta form of the Forge would allow you to make the Forge made quicker and even fix bugs that you would even see. Even offering it a thing by beta by making a custom map only in the beta and releasing the Forge later, by using the beta Forge, I would like to see a system where if people made custom maps, that they were able to actually import that custom map as a way of saying thank you for using the beta and fixing our game for us, almost, in a way. Next, I would like to see some sort of beta campaign, as the beta is a beta and it's a way of showcasing your game 3 for 3, so I would like to see some sort of beta that would kind of allow people to take an in-look of how the campaign's going to be or how it's going to play. As you know, even on release of newer games, not having a beta is kind of a downfall, as there's some game-breaking glitches that you're going to have to patch later and through a patch note and even on. Allowing some sort of beta version of the campaign by locking in a certain area with no missions would even be better than not having a beta version of the campaign at all, allowing us to kind of use the campaign area as a way of checking out some new things and seeing some extra Easter eggs that you could hide in there. Overall, the cosmetics are a little lacking. The Battle Pass is a little bit odd and should definitely be fixed, as this is going to be repeat information like the challenge-based XP and such on. Like, everybody's hoping a progression through gameplay XP system through there would be implemented. And not only that, the gameplay is always catered to the sweaty lobbies this year, which is not good to see, because sweaty lobbies are usually bad for your player base overall. Allowing more casual gamers to kind of hop in and casually play your games, even if it is for the first time, even if it is a beta, would definitely be good. Having more game modes and even more things like the Forge would even fix it and keep your player base entertained until the actual full game comes out. And I'm sad to say this 3 for 3, if you're trying to get people to actually play your game, you must have some extra things like the Forge and fix your XP system to actually get people to make it worth playing. As the beta is a great look in the first stance, of what we have our opinion based, if our opinion's based on the beta and your actual game's well made, I'm sorry to say it, if once the game comes out and people are not having the good impression that the beta was terrible, not a lot of people are going to play the actual game itself. So I hope this video was entertaining enough for you guys, and I hope that this was well made. Even though this was short and scripted, I hope this was good, and I hope a lot of people hear this and just share it around. It's not going to take that too long. I hope you enjoy, and comment down below some things that you might want to fix in the future or in the beta that you might want to have implemented inside Halo Infinite as soon as possible so they can have a better system put in place later. I'm Slaughter, and see ya.